Hey guys, welcome back. So today, as you can see in the title of the video, is going to be a flawless complexion with all drugstore products. Now, a disclaimer before I even start, I use three brushes that weren't drugstore but were affordable. They're from Morphe and they're under, I think, $8, all of them. And the powder that I use to set right here, I use my Laura Mercier translucent powder just really closely to my eye just because I needed that to set my under eye. And I used a face powder which is also pretty affordable. It was a Sephora collection powder. I use it to just set my complexion before I contoured and bronzed, just because I don't have a powder that's from the drugstore. If you guys would like to see this flawless complexion from the drugstore, then just keep watching. All right, so I'm starting off with priming pretty much everything. So I'm priming my lips first, and this is not drugstore, sorry, but this is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Balm. I'm just putting it on just to prep my lips. My skincare also is not drugstore. I don't use any drugstore skincare just because I don't, if I'm going to be completely honest. But skincare is the most important whether you're using high-end makeup or drugstore makeup. Always prep your skin, moisturize your skin, do everything to your skin first. So first I'm going in with the Caudalie Grape Water, and this soothes and moisturizes. I'm just using this as my first layer because I'm very dry. And this gives me instant hydration. The next thing that I'm gonna go in with is my Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil, and this is from Drunk Elephant. I have a little size, and it's just a really, really good facial oil. I have like nothing left. So I'm just putting this where I feel the most dry, which is usually around my mouth and my nose. Sorry if you guys can hear. There's so much noise outside, but it's really pretty out, so I have the door open. I'm gonna go in with my Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. It moisturizes, nourishes, it's really good for dry skin, and it's like a watery gel texture, so it sinks into the skin really fast, which is what I like when I'm using my makeup before, like my skincare before my makeup. And then the last thing I'm going to go in with is my eye cream, and this is the eye cream that I've been using forever. It's the Shiseido Bioperformance Lift Dynamic Eye Treatment, which is this one here. I see a massive difference when I wear eye cream. I remember one day I completely forgot to put on my eye cream, and I was like, my under eye was so dry, my concealer creased. It was just really bad. So now I cannot go a day without eye cream. Period. I will not go a day without eye cream. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is my brows. And for my brows, normally I use powder. Today I'm going to use, if I can find it. Oh, I found it. Is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is the color Espresso. This is a very good dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I need to like clean up my eyebrows over here because my hairs are coming in. I'm gonna zoom you in, but I'm also gonna speed through it. So I'll bring you guys to here. So now that the eyebrows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with primer. And what I'm gonna use is the Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, and this is from NYX. And it just has a really, really pretty, glowy, like, base to it, I guess you can say. I don't have that many primers from the drugstore. I'm picky with the foundation that I'm about to wear. I like certain primers, and I really like hydrating primers if I'm going to use this foundation. In person, I look normal. In camera, it looks like my whole face is like red. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I'm in the shade Caramel. I did an entire review on this foundation, and I'll leave the link to it below if you guys want to see it. But I love this foundation so much. And I'm just gonna bounce it in with my beauty blender. And there are dupes for beauty blenders at the drugstore. I really want to try the L'Oreal one because I've heard it's a really, really close dupe to the beauty blender. I just don't have one, so I'm using my original. Okay, now for concealer, I'm going to mix two concealers, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and this is in the color Light Medium Beige. I just picked this one up. I'm testing it out. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet because it's too soon. I feel like it's a little bit thicker for some of the other drugstore concealers that I've tried. That's why I'm going to mix it with another concealer just to make it a little bit more hydrating. And then I'm also going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color Sand. This one is just way more liquidy, so it'll help it blend a little bit more. And I haven't tested that concealer out in camera yet, so I'm about to see what it looks like for the first time on camera. And I don't have a translucent powder from the drugstore, so I'm going to take a little bit of my Laura Mercier translucent just to set right here, like right where my lash line is. But I'm going to take a banana powder that I do have from the drugstore to like highlight and set everything else. And then I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette, and this is in the shade 758 Caramel Toffee, and I'm just going to use this yellow shade right here. And I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. highlighting brush. It's a little tiny brush like this, and I'm just going to sweep that under my whole eye. It's a really, really good brightening under eye powder. That's one thing I can say about it. Okay, so my entire complexion is set for the most part. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder, and I don't have a powder from the drugstore, I'm sorry. But this is my Sephora collection powder, and this is the matte formula. It's the Matte Perfection powder. I'm just gonna set right here just so my contour will blend when I go to put it on. Just where I contour, not a lot. So now I'm going to go in with my favorite contouring brush, which is the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. It looks like this. It's really little, it's nice and compact, and I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer Duo. This is what it looks like. You can see I definitely have hit pan on this, and this is in the shade St. Lucia. So I'm gonna go in with this. I love this bronzer, contour, whatever you wanna call this. The undertone is amazing for tan skin. I'm gonna use Luminoso from Milani just because, I mean, it's tried and true. It works every time. Looks good with any look. It's this pretty little peach one here. And I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild, I don't know what brush this is, but it's Wet n Wild, and I really like these brushes for like an affordable drugstore brush. And for my highlights, I think I'm gonna add like 2 highlighters. I'm gonna go in first with my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and this is in the color 321 Precious Petals. I talked about this in my drugstore, or in my recent favorites actually. And my Morphe 310. I'm gonna dip into this and just start my highlight. And today for work, I have to do my makeup, my eyes and all that. But we're doing a fairy theme, so I'm going to be very glowy, so that's why I'm kind of adding 2, just so my complexion is already done for when I have to get ready for work in a few minutes. But you can see this highlight is so beautiful, and it's so inexpensive. I paid, I think, $5 for this. Amazing. Whoa. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray my face again with this Caudalie water. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. Baked Blush in the color Pinktastic, and I'm going to use a Morphe M501, I'm sorry. And this is going to really make it pop a lot. This is an intense highlight. So you can, yeah, like you can see that. And then I'm going to set it one more time just so the powders don't look like powder. Okay, so that is pretty much a perfect complexion with all drugstore products. I know there was like 2 things that I didn't use, which were my powders for my under eye and my face. I just don't have powders. I will do an updated one when I do get like, I want to do like a full face everything drugstore with eyeshadow, everything. The complexion is very, very smooth. It's very not powdery at all. Thankful for that spray because everything looks powdery on me. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments down below. I'm going to do a Q&A. I'm gonna do a Q&A. It can be on anything. Leave your questions down below. I've been wanting to do another Q&A, but no one ever asked me questions when I post it on like social media. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna post it on YouTube. So please leave your questions down below in the comments, and I'm going to do a Q&A probably next week. So I'm just gonna take all the questions from that and answer all of them in another video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.